There's vast amounts of change as the traditional, if you like, infrastructure sector moves towards digitalisation and a big transformation agenda. The whole way in which they're having to operate is almost being turned on its head as they see the disruptors coming in, as they fear the Googles around the corner. They're having to adapt, they're having to be more agile, they're having to move themselves towards digital operations rather than being traditional, if you like, spades in the ground type businesses. So it's a vast amount of change. Because data is driving so much change, and some of the industry players have traditionally not played in that space, they're having to inject the talent and the intellectual capital into their businesses. So that might mean they recruit, it might mean they marry up with an SME, a startup that's actually really innovative in the tech space. And through those sorts of models, we're seeing the need to collaborate. So yeah, it's pervasive. Sector I would probably say is one of the role models is the health sector. So med tech and how they're changing the customer experience all around, again, use of data and how that drives the ability to have remote services where I sit at home and don't need to go to my GP, or in fact in hospital, and how they're using data to drive greater efficiencies. But they're on a journey as well around the risks of privacy and are customers happy to give their data, etc. So it's a good example of how the infrastructure industry can move. And I think my view on the infrastructure industry is it's mixed. You know, you've got traditional businesses, but actually there's some areas that you can look at where they've really moved on. And so if you look at TfL in London, how they have really started to use data to drive out a totally different type of service for the user. So connecting up with Citymapper and other data businesses to be able to drive a greater efficiency when I use the tube, how long it's going to be, where I should change stations, how long I'm going to be at the platform. All of these things are really changing the user experience. And so there are some really good examples in the infrastructure space already, and I think we can really learn from them.